1. The Puppet Show. In a small town, there was a puppet show that everyone whispered about but few dared to visit. The puppeteer, a reclusive old man, performed once a month, his wooden figures moving with unnatural grace. The townsfolk who attended claimed the puppet's eyes followed them, their wooden smiles hiding sinister intent. One night, a young couple, intrigued by the stories, attended the show. The puppets danced, their movements eerie and lifelike. But as the night went on, the couple noticed something strange. The puppets began to resemble them. By the final act, the couple sat frozen in horror as the puppets on stage mirrored their every move. When the show ended, the puppeteer approached them with a knowing smile. The next morning, the couple was gone, and 2 new puppets joined the old man's collection. The Whispering Forest. Deep in the woods, there was a place where no birds sang, and no animals dared to tread. It was said that the trees whispered secrets to anyone who ventured too close. A young hiker, curious and foolish, decided to spend the night in the heart of the forest. As darkness fell, the trees began to whisper. At first, the voices were soft, unintelligible murmurs, but soon they grew louder, forming words. They whispered his deepest fears, his darkest secrets, and things he had never told anyone. Paralyzed with terror, the hiker tried to leave, but the forest wouldn't let him. By morning, all that remained were his footprints, leading into the trees, but never back out. 3. The Forgotten Room. An old hotel on the outskirts of town had a reputation for being haunted. Guests reported strange noises at night and the feeling of being watched. But the hotel's real secret was the forgotten room on the top floor, hidden behind a locked door. No one knew what was inside, and the staff refused to talk about it. One night, a guest, curious about the stories, found the key and unlocked the door. Inside, he found a perfectly preserved room, untouched by time. Everything was covered in dust except for a mirror in the corner. When he looked into it, he didn't see his own reflection, but that of a man, staring back at him with hollow eyes. The guest tried to leave, but the door wouldn't budge. The mirror figure smiled, and as the guest's vision faded, the last thing he saw was his own face staring back from the other side of the glass. 4. The Abandoned Carnival. Years ago, a traveling carnival arrived in town but left abruptly after a series of mysterious disappearances. The grounds were left to rot, the rides decaying and the tents torn. But at night, locals said you could still hear the faint sound of carnival music drifting on the wind. One night, a group of teenagers decided to explore the abandoned carnival. They laughed as they wandered through the rusted rides and broken attractions, but as the night wore on, they realized they weren't alone. Shadows flitted in the corners of their vision, and the air grew thick with the smell of cotton candy and something rotten. They tried to leave, but the path they came from was gone. The music grew louder, and one by one, the teenagers disappeared into the darkness, their laughter replaced by screams. By morning, the carnival was silent once more, waiting for its next visitors.